Okay, so my throw from my hubby has gotten kind of big. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's nope, the pillows in the way. I've laid it out on the bed to try to get like where I need to go from now. So what I have left is some of this, a little bit of this. I have a little chunk of it left, and then I have this. So I've not used any of this yet. So what I think I've decided is I'm going to cut this in half this way, and then again sew those strips together, and I'm just going to go across the top and the bottom because it's plenty wide enough. It needs to be longer top and bottom. This will not go all the way across, so I'm going to have to sew strips together. So let me get this cut. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to cut it in half again. So I'm going to quarter it, and I'm going to cut it. I'm scared. Okay, so I have my long strips of this one together now. And I'm actually going to try to, well, I thought I'd try to center that seam up. But to me, it really doesn't matter. Like I said, this is supposed to be scrappy. And I'm going to start here at this long end. And we're just going to sew another long seam. I'm going to add these to these. I think I'm going to need more flannel for the backing. I mean, it's got bigger than I thought it was going to. It did. I know it did. Just lining up my edges here. And bring you back over this way a little bit and turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just sewing. I mean, it's just, same thing we've been doing. Straight lines, no pinning, just evening up this edge, holding it, not pulling on it, just holding it, making sure they stay even, and letting the machine do the work. Sure I didn't sew it on the wrong way before I get all the way through, because that's a Shannon thing. I would have sewed it on wrong and got to the end and then noticed it. But I think I'm going to need more flannel for the back. If so, I'll be making a run to the fabric store. Not today. Well, maybe today. I have nothing else to do. I'm proud of myself for cutting this correctly. I was like, please, 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 please don't let me be cutting this wrong. I've got one shot of cutting this the way I want to cut it. And please, please, please. Let me cut this correctly. I got this fabric at Joann's, and I'm not driving to Joann's. It's a 30-minute drive. I'm not. Okay, I have a seam right here. It's wanting to follow me, so I think that's how I'm just going to let it go. almost to the end of the side. And then we'll just do the other side. And this top is done. And I do have some scraps, so I might try to make them a pillow or something out of the scraps. Here's my end, so I'm trying to keep my finger on the end. So I do want to back tack it just a little. And there's where we're at. So I'm going to cut this. Oh, it's getting to be a lot of fabric. I need my bigger square here now. Here's my tail. I'm going to line me a line up here. Get lined up. That is that one done. So now I'm going to turn it. Do this other side. Let me turn you guys up because you've seen me sewing up straight lines. So when I get this finished, or the top finished, I don't know if I'm going to have enough backing. It got bigger than I thought it was going to. Make sure I've got this going the right way. I'll put a picture up here at the end. I'll put a picture up at the end so you guys can see. So I'm just lining up again. But I will put a picture of the finished top, even if I don't get the backing on there. Like again, I said, I'm just attaching flannel to the back. I'm not putting batting because the flannel will keep his butt warm enough, I think, without any batting. We're just doing the same thing down this side, and I'll bring you guys back at the end for like a picture of the finished quilt top on the bed. Okay, so I cut the flannel I had for the backing. I had to cut it into 3 pieces to get it to fit, and I had to add a little bit of scrap to the end. And so what I'm doing now is I'm attaching the back to the front and praying that it's going to be okay. And I will trim this excess off after I get everything sewed. And my pins are on the wrong side, but so I'm watching for those pins to come through. I'm going by the front, and so the back is kind of off, and I will trim that up. So I'm sewing by the edge of the quilt top. This is the backing. I will trim that off. Hopefully, we're praying now. We're praying, like I said. And if this is done and it looks good, this will be a Christmas present for my hubby. I know y'all are bouncing. There's a pin. If I can get that. The one thing about it being flannel is it's stuck to it pretty good, and it doesn't slide around. And I'm gonna flip this like you would like you're turning a pillowcase inside out. I'm gonna flip it. So I'm gonna leave a section unsewed. This is some of the extra I had to sew on. I can go down like one more stitch, I think. One more. Let's try 2. If not, I'll back it up. 2 works. All right. This seam goes up. And all right, just making sure where I'm at. Just making sure where I'm at. I'm gonna reach under here and get this pin. Because I don't want to close my things like close it up and I can't turn it inside out or right side out. That would be bad. That would be bad if I did that. And knowing me, that was something I would do. Okay. Just getting everybody straight. Oh, I'm going off a little bit. I'm going to back up. Get back on my seam there. There we go. My 1/4 inch got off a little bit. There. And I think I just ran out of bobbin. I did. All right, so we're going to raise needle. I'm going to cut my thread. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. No, I'll wait. I'm going to fix my bobbin, guys, and I'm going to go around, and when it's time to flip it, I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so I have sewed all the way around this guy, and I'm going to take my scissors or my rotary cutter, and we're going to trim. I know this is going to be like a really long video, and I might divide this up into 2 bits. So I'm done trimming all the way around. I left a space to turn. So all of this excess, we're now going to cut off here. And I'm just going to take my rotary cutter and we're just going to trim away the excess off this quilt. I'm excited to turn it around and see what it looks like. I need a table just for cutting. I really, really, really do. Which I got an iron over here and my coffee cup, and they're in the way, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I might need to touch that up right there. I got really close to the edge when I sewed. And then I trimmed a little extra off, so I'm going to touch that up before I flip it. I'll go ahead and just trim all that away. Right here. Going to start kind of back up in here. Oops. Nope. Needle down. Here we go. I'm gonna sew till I meet up to my line. Up and cut. There. That's okay, I think. Yeah, it's a little wonky. It's a little wonky. Do I want to rip that and try it again? Oh, I'm torn. Do I want to rip this and try it again, guys? I think I will, because it's wonky. Oh, good grief. That's the thing about quilting. At least it was a small spot. So no big deal. I'm just going to bust that line. And I'm going to take it from the back side here. You can just pull that bobbin thread out. And that way it'll break loose. Okay, pretty much got it. And then your top threads just come right off. All right, let's try that again and be less in a hurry, Shannon. Alright, and there we go. Back it up. Needle up. Cut my thread. Better, thank you. If I can fix it when I can, I fix it when I can. I think I dropped my little pair of scissors on the floor. Because, guys, I messed something up. And have to fix it like all the time. So here is that little bit that I had to add on. This is a pretty good little piece here. I could use this strip for something else. It was just a tad too short. I thought I had it. But it was just a tad. I'm talking a tad too short. Almost to the bottom. Well, cut, thank you. Almost to the bottom. That strip I might can use for something else. I'm not going to throw it away. It's a good piece of scrap. I'm telling you, man, small workspaces. You know me, I have to knock something off or it's not a Shannon video. The seam that didn't want to cut. Might be about time for a new blade. I'll have to get my hubby to change it because I don't like doing it. I'll let him do it. Let him do it. Has anybody been watching The Witcher? We had not watched it. We kept saying we were going to watch it. We had not put Netflix on our TV. But we finally did. Oh, did I feel a pin? There's still pins in here because I pinned the middle too. So let me pull some more of these pins out before I stab myself to keep it from shifting around. There's where it's open. Here's where I left it open to flip it. Okay, I think I saw one more spot I wanted to reinforce. Let me go back up here and look. Because it looked like it got kind of close to the edge. Maybe I'm just thinking I did right here. I want to go back over this one. Oh yeah, it got really close to the edge. And it's going to catch up to itself right here. So I'm going to back tack up, cut thread. Now we're going to flip it. We're going to flip it. I'm going to find my opening. This is going to be done before my hubby is home. I am so excited. Let me find a corner to grab. I'll poke my corner there. And just start flipping itself inside out. Like a giant pillowcase. I saw Jordan's Fabrics do this, but they hand tied their quilt when they did it. Oh, there's pins. Like I said, there's some pins. Holy crap, Shannon, get the pins out of the middle. Find my pins. I was so excited. I was getting ahead of myself. I don't know if there's any more. Let me look. Probably is. There probably is pins. Let me flip this back around real quick. Maybe not. Is it all my pins? Nope, there's one. Okay, I think that was it. I knew I had some pins in the middle. Okay, let's try that again. There's a corner here. Go ahead and get that. I'm going to turn you guys up a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm just reaching in and going all the way up to this corner. I'm going to take that corner and poke it with my finger while I've got it. Pull it. Start pulling. My hubby started watching Wheel of Time too. That one is a little more confusing to me. But it almost is like they took Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, a bunch of different ones and just mishmashed them together. So it's like, you know, what is going on here? What is going on in this series? I have one more corner to grab. If I can get down there to it. Or just sling it through like this. Alright. Now, stand up and give it a shake. There's that corner. Alright guys, I'm going to go in and make sure all my corners are poked out, because they're not. They're still in there. But I think it's going to be good. I think we're good. Now I got to find the opening. That was that little bit of extra I needed on the edge there. Looks good. Alright. Where the heck is the opening? Alright, it's got to be this side. There we go. I was going to say I done been around this whole stupid thing. It's the corner. All my corners. All my corners. One more corner. Then we're going to sew this baby together. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. So now I just got to close this hole up. And I'm just going to take my iron. Get my coffee mug. And I'm going to iron this closed. Or iron the like... I'm going to take this and fold it in on both sides and iron it. And then we're just going to sew over that. See if I can get my fabric to cooperate here. There we go. The flannel is a little harder to deal with. So all I did was turned it in on its, turned it in. And we're going to iron that. And then we're going to sew right over the top of it. My iron's gotten cool from not using it. And I tell you what, I'm going to iron around this whole thing. I'm going to sew around the whole edge with just a straight stitch, just top stitch all the way around it. And I may do just some beside the ditch machine quilting, and this baby's going to be done. I will bring you back with photos at the end because this bitch is already so long.